The three women stood in front of a taco stand. Inya wolfed down food, needing to put the blood back in her body somehow. So what exactly did you see in your visions? Wilhelmina asked Jenny, who had both her arms around her shoulders as if to warm herself up. Wilhelmina gave the smaller woman her jacket without saying a word. I saw death and our doom, said Jenny. Our doom meaning our deaths? Or death and doom, said Wilhelmina. I don't know. I want to know more about this guy you were fucking, Inya said. Do you have his full name? Asked Wilhelmina. Inya violently crunched into a taco and threw Wilhelmina a wallet from her purse. Kent Pullman, said Wilhelmina, reading the name. She began to type his name into her phone. He has shit about him on the internet. He ain't nobody. Looks like he was a carpetbagger from Illinois who was doing politics in Dallas. He worked for an oil company. So he may be someone who was missed. How much were you seen with this guy? Asked Wilhelmina. I don't know. I was at the bar for like an hour talking. Did you talk to people at the hotel? Asked Wilhelmina. Why did you fuck him? Inya asked. Jenny looked down. I just wanted to. That's not an answer, she said with rising intensity. I don't know what you want me to say. I think you do, but you're being too chicken shit to say it. Wilhelmina stepped in. Leave her alone. Sometimes she needs dick. It's not really that mysterious. Inya narrowed her eyes as if it were on. Don't try to act like you're all enlightened and shit. I know you want her. I know you've had her. So stop acting like it's not a big deal and I'm the asshole for asking, said Inya. Stop, Jenny said in a weak, nearly inaudible voice. No, let her finish, Wilhelmina said, matching Inya's intensity. She's my girl now, so I can ask her shit like that, Inya said with conviction. Wilhelmina scoffed. People on the street and around the food stand began to take notice of the raised tackles. Ours, if nothing else. Nobody made shit official with anyone. She's just as much my girl as yours, if you want to get technical, Wilhelmina blurted loudly. How the fuck do you figure that? Because you fucked a few times? No, more than a few. But that ain't even the point. We're sisters. We can't be together like that, Wilhelmina said. People on the street had stopped and were now creeping into the conversation slowly and covertly. Oh, don't play that sister shit now, Inya yelled. Jenny looked down and put her face into her hands. She looked at the gathering sea of people, pulling closer and closer like drops in a puddle. We're not sisters, said Jenny quietly to the audience. I don't know what the fuck you want to do here. You think we can King Solomon her ass and slice her in two? You're either sharing or you don't eat, Wilhelmina said. Please don't call me food, Jenny whispered under her breath. You know what? Fuck you, said Inya, who took 2 big steps toward Wilhelmina. Jenny just walked away. She was starting to think whatever was happening progressed past her, as it was. Jenny headed home in a cab. She couldn't take her sisters at each other's throats like they were lately. She knew that she was the problem, and that was why she was looking for intimacy outside of them, because she was creating a rift so deep it would destroy them. Maybe it was her who was the one to bring doom to them. She should have never fucked either one of them in hindsight, but she found it very difficult to say no to people she loved. Wilhelmina was right. They were sisters in the heretical sense that their coven was bound until death. She considered asking the taxi driver to just take her to the airport so she could just get on a plane to absolutely anywhere. She was finding that difficult to think. This coven, this family, was one she couldn't run away from. They were hers in body and soul. They would be together forever until the stars burned out, whether it were drowning in misery or swimming in waves of contentment. The magic that tied them was strong and quite inalienable. What she had to do was figure out what this coming doom was and avoid it, at least enough to survive it. Her phone rang. She assumed it was going to be either Enya yelling and attempting to finish what she considered was a conversation, or Wilhelmina attempting to goad her back home with soothing words. She answered the phone without looking to see who it was. Hello? You don't know me, but I'm looking for a Mr. Kent Pullman. Internally, Jenny panicked, but externally, she grew quiet and let the voice on the other end keep talking. I'm Winston Barbone. I'm Mr. Pullman's handler. I keep track of his comings and goings. Last information I got from Kent was he was at a downtown bar, and the people that worked there said he was with you. It is rather hard for people to forget a mocha-skinned woman with red hair. So, do you know where Mr. Pullman may have went after he left the hotel with you? He said. Jenny froze. She thought to lie, but she knew too much to lie, and she had the distinct impression he held a few details back just in case she did try to lie. He completely skipped over how he knew about the hotel, or how exactly he knew it was her, and how he got her number. Winston could feel the hesitation on the other end of the phone, so he asked another question to fill the air. I can come down to your house in Ravenswood and talk to you and your roommates if you'd like, Winston said. He hadn't raised his voice or given any ultimatums, but just how he casually dropped hints that he knew her and her life was a flex. I understand that maybe he asked you not to tell anyone where he was, but let me be the first to tell you I have a $5,000 endowment I could endorse to you, to the charity of your choice, you also being an eligible charity, of course. Okay, Mr. Burbo, meet me at my house in an hour and we can discuss it then. Maybe retrace his steps? She tried to say, as if she wanted the money, but was unsure where he was now. That would be excellent, Miss Madigan. I will see you in an hour, he said as he hung up. Fuck, she said silently to herself.